What is up, breath of fresh air? It's your boy Patrick back with another shorty, and got a pretty good topic for you today. This is when I hope to start some really good conversation with everybody. But first, before we get started, smash that subscribe button. Let us know what we're doing good, bad, ugly. It don't matter. We love the feedback. We love the comments. So please, by all means, drop them down in the comment section and let us know. But let's go ahead and jump into it. NCAA players, you're under the microscope. Let's get it. Well, I'm going to start off by saying this. It's bowl season. And it's a very exciting time for football fans. And this is when you get to see some matchups that you normally wouldn't see. It's a good time of the year for football. It's a good time of the year for football, especially for college. But also with the good comes what I call the POS, the shit, the bad with it. I call it what it is, but it's the worst part of, to my personal opinion, it's the worst part of human character in all of college football. Look, we're going to get discrepancies throughout the year. We're going to get arguments. Hey, look, that's the good part about football. But this is when players decide that because they didn't make it to the college playoffs, that they are going to opt out of playing in the bowl game that they are in and declare for the draft. Look, I have no problem with you declaring for the draft. That's not the case. You worked your butt off to get where you're at. That's fine. I love the fact that you were trying to grow and master a profession and do the things that it's ultimately going to feed your family. Look, I have no problem with that. We all got to grow. We all got to move in that direction. But my problem is that players will claim that they're out here playing for their brothers on the field, their second family. And then you opt out of the current bowl game that you're in because it's not in the college playoffs, so that you can, quote unquote, save your body for your career. And look, I'll admit it, you got to do what's best for you. And I have no problem with it, except, are you willing to do the same thing as if your team made it to the college playoffs? I'm going to say probably not. And the reason why I say this is because the college playoffs is the ultimate bowls. Those are the ones that everybody wants to play for. But you won't opt out of playing for those because that's the ultimate bowls. That's where you get all your prestige, I guess, whatever. But if you don't get your outcome, you're going to cut your season short, leave all your brothers hanging to play a game without you. To me, that's selfish. The thing is that there's many criteria, there's many things that's probably going to come down the pipe on college football. Do players deserve to get paid? My personal opinion, I would say no. They get a lot of things that come to them through scholarships. They're getting their education paid for. They get their food paid for. They get their dorms paid for. They get everything that's taken care of for them if they are on scholarship. So do players get paid? Okay, let's say this. If I'm paying a player and I'm a college football, let's say I am, we'll go with the sake of Georgia because that's my favorite team. Let's say I'm a head coach. I'm in Kirby Smart's position. And I bring in this player. He's a 5-star recruit, done everything right, and he's the running back, and he decides all of a sudden we don't make it. We lost one game at the end of the year. We don't make it to the college playoffs. He's going to opt out and save himself for The NFL. Okay, fine. If you are on scholarship or if you are getting paid for that, then there has to be a reimbursement, full effect of everything that the college is giving you. Are you willing to bite that bullet? If you make it to the NFL, I guess it really doesn't matter. It's only like, what, $400,000? Not a big deal if you're a millionaire. But these are the things that I'm kind of curious about, because I just don't get it. Why wait until all the way until you know for a fact that you're not making it to the college playoffs, and then you want to opt out for your bowl game? Some of these bowl games, I mean, these New Year's Six bowl games those are still really good bowls. And putting myself in a different position, a lot of you'll probably people may call BS on what I'm about to say. But I don't think I would draft anybody coming out of college that didn't play in their bowl game. Because there's a lot of things that comes down to a point of principle for me. If you're willing to cut out on them during an important game, are you going to be willing to cut out on me during an important game? Maybe we're not going to the playoffs, but this is an important game for us in our division. Are you going to cut out because we're not heading to the playoffs? You're just going to cut your losses and say, "Oh, I'm just going to opt out of these games." I can't trust that. So my thing is like, if you're not held to this standard of playing in games that you're available for, how I don't know. That's what I don't understand. You're wanting to play for a team. You're wanting to play for a prestigious team. That's the reason why you go to these schools, because you want an opportunity to play in those bowl games. But if you're just going to opt out of it, then opt out in the beginning of the season. Say, look, I'm going to opt out of the bowls because I want to save myself for the NFL. I'm going to go into the NFL. A lot of times you've made this decision way far in advance before last game of the season. Take a couple of players from Georgia. I'll have to look them up. I got the list right here. I'd have to look them up. But Andrew Thompson, he's an offensive tackle for Georgia. Isaiah Wilson, another offensive tackle for Georgia, who's declaring themselves both for the NFL draft this year, and both have opted out of the bowl that they are going to be in, which I think is the Sugar Bowl or something like that. And they're going against BYU. So they're going to opt out of this bowl. No, opt out at the beginning of the season. And that way, if we do make it to the college playoffs, you're opt out. That way, there's no. I know what I'm going to work with as a coach. You're going to know far in advance, before any of this happens or transpires. You're not making this decision when you lose to LSU in Georgia, in Atlanta. You know this decision before you're going to this game. You know if you're going to declare for the draft. So put it out there. If you're so confident that you want to save yourself for the NFL, put it out there before the season. Other than that, play the bowl game. There's no problem with playing one more game. I mean, you're fixing to go pro. Yeah, you could get injured, but you could have got injured last game. You could get injured first game in the NFL. The thing is everybody knows. So I don't understand why. Everybody in your family knows, like, if you made this decision. So I don't understand why we're waiting until the last minute to declare that you're not going to play for a bowl game because it's not a college playoff. My personal opinion, you need to get your crap together. And if you sign for a college letting them know that you're going to play for them, then get your butt out there and play. You're putting yourself in situations that are far better than anybody, most people in America. And I get it, and I understand, and you want to make sure that you get yours. Well, that's fine, but don't be punks. Don't be punks. Get out there and play your game, and do what you're supposed to do, because that's what you signed up for. Anyway, that's what I'm breathing on. If y'all want to, leave some comments, some feedback. Let us know what we're doing good, bad, ugly. I'd really love for this conversation to go a little further, so leave your feedback in your comments and let us know what we're doing. Other than that, y'all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.